I talked to Tyler, and he'd been drinking, and he was wanting to go riding on his motorcycle, and me and his sister told him, please go home, and just call us when you go home, everything's gonna be right. He was real upset about me moving to Oklahoma, and just a lot of things were going on. His life wasn't, he was having a hard time.
Yeah.
And I had recently, um, well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Basically, that day, he had said that he was wanting to go riding, and we just asked him to please go home. And he ended up over at Destiny's, which is his stepsisters, basically. And they ended up getting more alcohol, and they were trying to get Tyler to leave because he was starting to be in psychosis, is what I'm assuming happened. He thought the kids were demons going to take him to hell, all kinds of stuff, and it freaked him out.
Hi,
So
y'all.
they were trying to get him to go home.
Right.
And I guess at some point, the keys, Destiny thought he had all this stuff and his keys and everything. And he had left, and he came back and was like running up his bike in the yard. And I don't know if he ever told me he was trying to find his keys or what was going on exactly. But they had called 911 because they were scared that he wouldn't go home, and they were just worried about him trying to get him safely somewhere because he was under the influence and all that.
Yeah.
And when he came back, I guess he kicked the garage door and it scared them, so they called 911. And according to Ryan and Destiny both on the 911 call, they even told him that he was drunk and that he was not in the right shape of mind, right? He's mentally ill, he's got a lot of issues going on. She was outside screaming when they did show up, please don't shoot my brother, this is not normally him. And from what Ryan told me is that Tyler turned around, put his arms up in the air, and was like, why are you guys gonna arrest me? I ain't fucking doing anything. And started walking towards him, and they just immediately shot him twice, shot at him 3
So there
times.
wasn't an actual threat. It was just being belligerent.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
and not thank you, honey, and not following commands is what it said. And Ryan did say that Tyler, was aggressively going towards him, and they supposedly was telling him to get on the ground or whatever, and he just kept walking towards them, and they just shot him 3 times.
You know, they have less than lethal.
I know.
Tasers,
They should've tasered
pepper
him.
spray,
I mean,
whatever.
I would have been happy with any of that. And that's
Yeah.
what we asked him on, even on the phone. She was saying, just tase him, don't shoot my brother. And Ryan was, out there trying to tell him not to shoot him. And he's not in his right mind. And it just happened really fast, he said. And Ryan said that Tyler, just turned around and started walking towards him, and they just started shooting him.
Do you know any of the officers' names? Do you have any information?
Good morning,
I was
Tapatios.
at the hospital every time I'm at the hospital, something bad happened, so I just.
We are
Do you know the time and the
with
date?
Miss
Yeah,
Roberts,
it was February 16th.
and she is the mother of Tyler Dillon.
Something at night.
He was shot by Springfield PD
Okay.
about a week and a half ago.
It's in
Unarmed,
stuff like that,
unprovoked,
on Facebook and
drunk and
all
belligerent,
that.
and they killed him.
They just finally released his name when he passed, and when they said they justified it,
Yeah, they justified it.
which is bullcrap.
Well,
I mean, they could've
the
taken-
thing is Dan Patterson will absolutely protect his goon squad,
Oh, yeah.
and there's no two ways about it.
I
Yeah,
know.
they'll investigate themselves
Oh,
and
yeah.
find no wrongdoing.
Oh, they always do.
It's common.
They're certified serial killers.
Yes,
It's
they
Yep.
are.
sad.
I'm
Agreed.
So sorry that you've gone through this. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I just want him to be. I just feel bad for Tyler.
Yeah, we're gonna get some answers for you. I promise you that. Look at me. I'm gonna get your answers that you want.
I appreciate that.
I promise.
need the
Thank you,
help.
Tapatios.
Sucks because I don't have money, and my ex-husband's gonna hire an attorney, but I don't know nothing about him, and he's gonna be paying, to have it done. So I'm kind of at his mercy right now. It's just a big crazy ordeal. But,
When we get the body cam footage and the police report, we'll compare the two
right?
and see if there's any discrepancies
Okay.
in the story.
Right.
And based on that, you might be looking at a wrongful death suit.
Right.
So
That's down the road.
Right.
that's down the road.
Right
Right.
now,
But
right now, I just want answers.
right,
Because
right.
being drunk is not a death sentence.
No. And
Being
they,
a-
especially when you begged for help, and then there was also some 911 calls that were, some guy tried to rob our house, and Tyler came flying out, so he called the cops, like, I'm chasing this guy, he was trying to get him out of my house, and my mom and sister and brother are in there, and so he's out chasing him, and the cops came back and gave him a warrant, or got him for a warrant.
Yeah.
And I was
Thanks for
like,
being here,
they
Beth
didn't
Fountain.
even try to find the guy that, they just was like, oh, he's just delusional, you know.
It's an
just-
easy catch for
Yeah,
them.
and then there's another 911 call when he, was suicidal, and I was trying to figure out where he was to get him some help, and I was on the 911 call asking him to please find him, because he was gone, I couldn't figure out where he was at, and he was suicidal. Told him about, I thought he would even do suicide by cop, and this is months before this. And told him, I said some horrible things on there, I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
sure.
You're
I'm
right.
sure.
I was like, you're shooting my kid, I will fucking kill you guys, so you better have it on his record that this is something that he, is going through right now, and I begged them to find him and get him some help, and they wouldn't do it. But whenever I had an incident where I was suicidal, they came and found me, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't even help me in that way.
Yeah, that's the way they operate.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Do you know how many officers were on scene?
No,
We'll find that
there
out.
was
But
2 at the time, is what Beth's
Okay.
name said, but there was like 30 of them after that.
right.
There's, on the Springfield, there's videos of them pulling on that road. There was like 30 cars.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's right after it happened, though. And they even told on the 911 call that he thought the kids were demons taking them to the gates of hell.
Her son.
And they still didn't try to de-escalate the situation or anything. I mean, he was suicidal, they knew it all, from what Dustin and them said.
Well, nationwide de-escalation is not something that they practice.
Right, and that's.
They want to escalate it.
Yeah, the way I'm seeing it now. Because they sure as heck weren't trying to protect and serve him.
no.
Thank you, Wishy.
Now, I'm not going to post mine unless I have your permission.
Right.
But if you give me your permission, I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I know this is hard for you, and I don't want you to have to relive it so many times.
Right.
I want the public to be aware
Right.
of how you were treated, how your son was treated.
Right.
Like I told you last night, you have a literal army behind you.
You
That's
do.
what I need to help them.
It's time to go to the court of public opinion.
Right.
What's happening here?
Right. And I understand, like, he did have a past and all that. Most of it was when he was 16, and most of it was smoking weed. He
Yeah.
got in trouble.
We've all got past.
He was so mad, I know, that they legalized it as soon as he did his SIS.
His name's Dylan.
Tyler Dillon.
Tyler Dylan.
D-Y-L-E-N and D-I-L-L-O-N.
I'm related to some Dylans in Arkansas.
I know, I am in Iowa. Most of them are in Iowa now.
February 16th.
Day before my birthday,
Oh, well, happy late birthday.
right? I'm finally eligible for a senior discount at Denny's.
There you go. Hey, you can't beat that. And there's some people that have said that they've seen the whole thing. Most of them were online talking about it. I haven't got to actually go talk to any of them yet, and that's something I was thinking about doing tomorrow too, is going around just introducing myself to some neighbors.
Right.
Let them know that I would love to have any evidence, anybody
Yeah.
that's seen it,
Any ring doorbell?
Ring doorbell, yeah, ring doorbell.
anything.
You know the address where this happened?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Thank you.
and that'll come out.
Right, yeah, it was in a crash. I know it's Anita Street. Got to put belts out of bed yet. Yesterday.
What's up with Theos? If you need to time him out, go ahead.
Hey, sis, I'm talking to these gentlemen about what happened with Tyler, and I was wanting to see if I can get the address over there. And they're willing to meet with you guys too to tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah, we may go by and interview her.
Right. 3405 East Lomita, Lomita Street. Right by Glendale, they were all talking about that.
That's in Springfield.
Yeah. Springfield. It's going to be a floor over there.
Incredibly innocent auditor.
Right.
No parent should have to bury their child.
And I'm also going to invite you guys whenever I do his, so it's going to be more like a services salvation of life over at Freedom City. It's going to be April 26th.
Okay.
At 2 o'clock. I'll let you guys know about all that later too.
Gospel truth. Kind of give you guys a rundown of what we're doing. We are working up the FOIA requests for body cam footage and the police report, and we'll compare the two against one another and see if there are any discrepancies and go from there. Friends and Code, thanks for being here, brother.
I'm just going to send you
Let you guys know who are just coming in. We are talking with Melody Roberts, is the mother of Tyler Dillon, and Tyler was shot by Springfield PD about a week and a half ago. He was drunk and belligerent, but not threatening or, violent or anything like that. He was just drunk and belligerent, unarmed. We're working up the sunshine requests under FOIA. And the way Springfield PD does it, if it's not worded perfectly, they'll redact all kinds of shit.
This won't affect anything with the lawyer or anything, right?
No, he's gonna want all this.
Yeah,
He'll probably get all of it too.
Right, okay. Might help if anything.
Yeah, he's gonna get it all. I'm trying to think of what else we want to ask. Is there anything, any information you want to know? Other than the footage and the radio calls?
Tell Rob, thank you. Right.
So does his 10-year-old brother, he's having a hard time with it. He's not handling it too good. My sister's right now.
As soon as we have the video, we will be putting it out.
Okay, this is what I got so far. I want the body cam footage with the
Thank you,
audio
Friends in Code.
and the 911 calls and the radio traffic for the officer involved shooting for Tyler Dillon on 2/16/225 from 10:45.
Sorry, it wasn't a week and a half ago. It was February 16th.
AM at 2/17/225 at 3405.
Thank you, Tapatios.
I'll ask Destiny's who exactly.
John, thanks for being here.
She wants justice for him too.
I also want the names of all on-scene officers and badge numbers for these officers. I want any use of force reports issued by any of these officers involved in this incident. For previous year up to incident.
Sure, I'm right on it, because I know I woke up at midnight, just woke up and was like, what in the world? I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was freaking out. And
Well, yeah.
I got up, was like, I gotta go smoke a cigarette. I
Right.
was shaking everywhere, and I just went outside and then went to grab my phone, and my daughter called 11 or 10:15.
I also want the names of all on-scene officers and badge numbers for the officers. I want any use of force reports issued by any of these officers involved in the incident for the previous year up to the incident. I want copies of said officers' most recent post certifications. We're gonna see when the last time they got certified.
Right.
Also, let's get the jacket on the officer that actually pulled the trigger.
Jacket. Yeah. I want the salary, length of employment,
Yeah, hire date.
and any psych evaluation.
How often do they have to have psych evals?
I don't think it's mandatory. Not in Missouri. I'm gonna find out though.
Damn sure should be.
Mm-hmm.
How many use of force were there in the last year?
I got that.
Okay.
Salary, hire date, and psych eval for said officer. I also want in all
Okay, so.
complaints
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes. Complaints and outcomes.
against all involved officers and outcomes of said complaints.
Is there any way that we would be able to ask them to, for the previous 911 calls, the ones made from my phone? Because that would also show that I was trying to get him help in the months before.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it would be my phone number.
I want all 911 calls related to Tyler Dillon for the previous month.
Well, it was sometime in between October and January, so I'm not really sure what month.
And
September to date.
It would have been from my phone number too, and I can give you that.
16, 20, 20.
I put instead of him being a smart ass and say, oh, you just wanted. You know, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Do you want them to send it to me, or do you want them to send it to you?
Yeah, I was going to give you my number because it would have been my number. The 911 calls were made for those ones.
I'll give you that number. Don't say it out loud.
I'm not.
I still haven't even gotten back his wallet or his phone or any of that stuff yet.
Yeah, they're gonna keep that until their investigation's over.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured.
Okay.
I'm
Send.
too scared to go by myself.
Yeah, you won't be by yourself, so.
You're never gonna be by
appreciate
yourself
that.
again.
I appreciate that.
You're never gonna be by yourself again.
Hope we get justice for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna get justice for this young man. You ain't gonna go record my number, are you? Put this one in my phone.
You have his number if you just want to text him.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then he'll have the
Got my
number.
number.
Then he'll have the number.
All right, does that look good to you?
Yeah, let me do your phone real quick so I don't forget.
Okay. And I'm Jimmy. Or JC, everybody calls me JC. Okay. I'm gonna go to the police station as soon as they let me, and I'm gonna pay for it. It doesn't matter, I'm gonna pay for it, because, we're gonna get this information, we're gonna get it to you, and we're gonna find you some closure, and, we're gonna get you
You
a
guys
little,
are awesome.
a
I
little
don't
bit
know
of
where you
closure.
come from, but thank you.
I know we can't bring him back, but we're gonna find out what's going on, and we're gonna get answers.
Right.
And I'm hoping that, you do get an attorney,
Yeah.
because he's got more power than we do.
Right,
The only power we have is with the court of public opinion.
right,
We can show the world what's happening in Springfield
right.
and maybe prevent it from happening to someone else's kid.
Exactly. That's what I need more than anything to spread awareness. I don't want nobody to.
Friends in code. How long do we need the law?
Tears everybody apart.
Just tell me how long we'd need to ask for.
That should have never happened. You
I'm
know?
gonna tell you right now, you just joined a family
Thank you.
of activists that are all around the world.
Good. I'm gonna.
And you've got millions on your side. Millions upon millions. You know? And we got you, man. We got you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to you.
There's one of them. Miss him.
You're never gonna be alone, I promise you that. This is the hard part of this job.
He wanted to do so much and like, I'm so mad at him all.
Gotcha.
So annoying.
Due to the fact that I have 2 man children myself, this is especially heartbreaking.
I'm such an ugly crier. I'm sorry.
It's alright, it's okay, I am too.
No.
It's gonna be alright. I'll say it's gonna be alright. We're gonna get you some answers, I promise.
I completely agree, Matthew.
I need him. My family wants him. You know, I just want to know why they just can't treat people with mental illnesses better. It's not right. They don't care. It's just not fair. Oh.
Friends in code says we need to also ask on the body cam footage, every officer on scene,
Yeah.
an hour before the call. All body cam footage, an hour before.
I got 15 minutes prior.
Okay, 15 minutes prior.
You know, because will that tell what they were saying before on
Yeah.
the way there, and
I wanna hear what they have said beforehand.
right, how they're going. It's the,
Lady J, thanks for being here. You'll have to
you guys are really
rewind when we get this done.
Alright,
It's completely heartbreaking.
we're gonna get all this done. I'm going right from here. I'm gonna go turn this in. We're gonna get the wheels turning. And we're gonna get you some answers.
As far as that goes, you're not even going to have to go through going up there Tuesday morning. It'll already be done today.
right. Okay. And all the information they send you, will you please send it to
You
me?
bet.
Okay. That'd be amazing.
Send it right to you. And I'm not gonna post anything without
Yes.
your permission.
Right.
Radio traffic included, and the 911 calls.
You know, I mean,
We're also
it's
going
just stories
to
that
go
first
and talk
off
to
my
neighbors
heart is what
and
I
see if
got
there's
from
any
you.
Ring
And I'm
doorbell
you.
footage.
I appreciate that.
See if we can get
I
anything.
don't need that right now.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of crap. I just gotta get back to some sense of normality for my kids, and it's really hard to do when you're just so angry and sad and mad. I don't understand why stupid shit like this has to happen to people and their families.
That is called righteous indignation.
Disdain. Pure disdain.
Right?
Alright, I'm gonna end this. We're gonna get the balls rolling.
Thank you. You guys are all amazing. Thank you.
We got you in our heart.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, but I want to tell y'all that I really appreciate y'all coming and sharing this time with us. And I love every one of you.
I can't even imagine.
Bye, motherfuckers.
Get it together.